Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on this wonderful planet of ours. I'm coming on a bit early here, and the main reason for doing that is I want to give a big shout out to Lynn Blandford-Newson, who has been watching these broadcasts for, well, since I've been started. And she made a comment on the 9th, and I 100% agree where she's coming from. Basically, she said that she was fighting to understand the accent and tone of people who were um, doing the readings. They were Asian. And I had introduced them so that people could see the variety of people that were reading scriptures and wanted to help out. And the other thing she said was that scripture is deep and rich enough without bells and whistles. And I 100% agree with that. So, what I've been doing is I've been making new videos. I had quite a few pre recorded already, but the new videos will be just exactly that, English or American voices and everything. So now what I'm going to do is just going to run a few of these tickers, and then you can I'll come on afterwards and do the broadcast. This is actually the second time of doing this. This is really annoying me because I hear an echo in my head because I've got two browsers open, and I hear myself, and it's very off-putting. Anyway, I'm just going to do that, run a few tickers just now, and I'll come back later, do the countdown, and then I'll do the broadcast, or at least the reading, and then I'll come on because this is midweek and I want to have a chat about what has helped me.
The Lord detests dishonest scales, but accurate weights find favor with him. When pride comes, then comes disgrace, but with humility comes wisdom. The integrity of the upright guides them, but the unfaithful are destroyed by their duplicity. Wealth is worthless in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. The righteousness of the blameless makes their paths straight, but the wicked are brought down by their own wickedness. The righteousness of the upright delivers them, but the unfaithful are trapped by evil desires. Hopes placed in mortals die with them, all the promise of their power comes to nothing. The righteous person is rescued from trouble, and it falls on the wicked instead. With their mouths, the godless destroy their neighbors, but through knowledge the righteous escape. When the righteous prosper, the city rejoices, when the wicked perish, there are shouts of joy. Through the blessing of the upright, a city is exalted, but by the mouth of the wicked, it is destroyed. Whoever derides their neighbor, has no sense, but the one who has understanding, holds their tongue. A gossip betrays a confidence, but a trustworthy person keeps a secret. For lack of guidance a nation falls, but victory is won through many advisers. Whoever puts up security for a stranger will surely suffer, but whoever refuses to shake hands in pledge is safe. A kind-hearted woman gains honor, but ruthless men gain only wealth. Those who are kind, benefit themselves, but the cruel bring ruin on themselves. A wicked person earns deceptive wages, but the one who sows righteousness, reaps a sure reward. Truly the righteous attain life, but whoever pursues evil, finds death. The Lord detests those whose hearts are perverse, but he delights in those whose ways are blameless. Be sure of this, the wicked will not go unpunished, but those who are righteous will go free. Like a gold ring, in a pig's snout, is a beautiful woman, who shows no discretion. The desire of the righteous, ends only in good, but the hope of the wicked, only in wrath. One person gives freely, yet gains even more, another withholds unduly, but comes to poverty. A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others, will be refreshed. People curse the one who hoards grain, but they pray God's blessing on the one who is willing to sell. Whoever seeks good, finds favor. But evil comes to one who searches for it. Those who trust in their riches, will fall. But the righteous will thrive, like a green leaf. Whoever brings ruin on their family, will inherit only wind. And the fool, will be servant to the wise. The fruit of the righteous, is a tree of life. And the one, who is wise, saves lives. If the righteous receive their due on earth, how much more, the ungodly, and the sinner?
Well, actually, what I've done is I've turned my sound off here because it was annoying me so much that I could hear myself speaking and I could hardly concentrate. So it just shows you I don't know how people do it when they can hear themselves and they can continue to talk. However, because this is midweek, then I'm going to do a wee review of what I've been doing today. This is a completely different setup. I've got two monitors. I've got one monitor that's got a screen share. I've got another tab which is open, which is why I was getting the echo, and that is so that I can play a video later on. But the first thing I want to do is just to go down here and add this to the stream. And basically, this is what I think about what we did on the 8th. Now, these are actually the wrong way around. You can see verse 11 is on the top and verse 10 is on the bottom. This is the way that Bible Gateway have decided to do these notes and highlights. I've got an account which is free. If you want to do that, go to BibleGateway.com and just create a new account, and you're able to do this, leave your own notes. And you can see my note at the bottom here, if I can try and highlight it here so you could see it. It reminds me of the song, Lord, You're More Precious Than Silver. You know, choose my instruction instead of silver, knowledge rather than gold, for wisdom is more precious than rubies, and nothing can desire to compare with her. So basically what I'm going to do just now is I'm going to share a video. I'm just going to remove that just now. And this is what I was talking about. So bear with me because I need to change tabs here and hope that this works.
Lord, you are more precious than silver. Lord, you are more costly than gold. Lord, you are more beautiful than diamonds, and nothing I desire compares with you.
Isn't that beautiful? I love it. I'm just going to turn my sound down because I had to listen to what was going on there. But yeah, that to me, we used to sing that in our last church a lot. I love those lyrics, but basically, that's where it comes from in Proverbs. And as I said earlier in this series, if you were talking about wisdom, you could just replace wisdom with Lord when the Proverbs talk about wisdom, I, the Lord, or I, Jesus, or I, God, whatever way you want to do it. That is what's happened in this particular song, is that they've taken those verses from Proverbs and created a song using Lord instead of wisdom. So there you go. And now let's get back to this here. I'm just going to go to the next one. So here we are for the ninth. Where was the ninth? That was the eighth. There's the ninth. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. That was the ninth. And let's go to the 10th very quickly. Basically, it says there the Proverbs of Solomon, a wise son brings joy to his father, but a foolish son brings grief to his mother. And if you come down to my notes, basically, way down here, I have said, I'm not sure if I brought joy to my dad, but it was grief to my mum. But our son definitely brings joy to both my wife and me. I didn't have the best of relationships. I'm just going to share my video as well. I didn't have the best of relationships with my own dad. But I do know that my mum suffered quite a lot of grief in my younger days because of things that I did or didn't do. But as far as our son, Alice and I have Jordan, and he definitely brings joy to us. So let me go back now to the screen and see if we can get the next one. So for the lack of guidance, a nation falls, but victory is won through many advisors. And if I just pop down here, you'll see my comment for today is this one, which is basically look at the impact. I'm going to highlight it here with my mouse. Look at the impact of COVID-19 over the last year on all of us. And that's absolutely true that when you take what's been happening with all of us, really. I'm going to remove this now so I can speak without the thing that a lot of countries didn't take advice from advisors and people suffered quite badly. Fortunately, our government here in Scotland have been listening to advisors. We have been a lot more strict than our neighbours in England. But hopefully, we will all come together soon and we will be getting out of lockdown pretty well. I know that today there was another review from our First Minister about what was going to happen. Hopefully, we can get to hug each other soon. But at the end of the day, that scripture is very true there in Proverbs. So these are my takes on today. So basically, the last thing I want to do here is just say a very big thank you to everybody for watching and enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers.